What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. This is going to be the first video of the year, and I'm super excited for this year. We got a bunch of awesome content coming out. Today, we're going to be unboxing the Sauer P365-XMACRO, newly added to the California handgun roster. So we're going to unbox this. We're going to go over the firearm controls. We're going to go over the modularity that this firearm offers, and we're going to also go over who is this gun for. On top of that, we're going to hit on how was this gun added to the California handgun roster and who does it compare with. But other than that, let's go ahead and dive right into the unboxing. Before we dive into the unboxing, I just want to say a huge shout out to Sauer because they reached out to me and they're like, hey, we want to send you out the XMACRO as well so you can review it. And we're going to break this video up in two parts. So the first part is the one that you're watching right now, the unboxing. And the next part will be actually taking out to the range and shooting it, adding an optic to it, adding a light, and actually adding a holster and running the heck out of this P365-XMACRO. So stay tuned for this video and stay tuned for the next video of us taking it out to the range and putting it through its work. But yes, SIG reached out there, sent it out for review. They didn't tell me what I had to post, what bad things I couldn't say, what good things I couldn't say. They just left it up to me on how I wanted to create the content. And this is why I appreciate SIG so much. So without further ado, let's get into the unboxing. Boom. SIG sends every one of their guns in their nice, great boxes. I think every one of their guns, I'm not too sure. But I do have a 320 compact personally, and I have the X5 Legion, and I have this one now. And they all came in great cases. But yes, so you get a gray gun case, and as you open it up, it is in their blue wrapper. So take a look at that. So let's take that out there. Your blue wrapper, typical SIG stuff, right? And right away, you get a 10-round magazine. But let's go ahead and take all these little shenanigans they have on here. You got a chamber flag, and you get your little, what is it? Your little P365-XMACRO band. I wonder why they send this. Is this just packaging or something? I don't think anybody's gonna keep that on there. Let me take this off right here. Your P365-XMACRO. Take a look at this. This is a very hot ticket item, specifically in California and just about everywhere in the country. This gun is like a lot of people wanted it as soon as they came out with their P365 platform. And this is just another basically sub model from the 365. Take a look at that. Additionally, what's inside the box is going to be another mag. Take a look at this. It's going to be a mag and a mag loader right here. So if you're a fan of having the mag loader, I probably never use these, but it's cool that it comes with this. Is standard for just about every firearm manufacturer. They usually toss in a mag loader. So you get that. You get an additional 10-round magazine. It is blocked with polymer right here, so it's not to its full capacity and actually pinned with a divot into the magazine. It is actually cut off short with this polymer insert at the bottom. So yeah, only 10 rounds on this bad boy. Next things that they do provide is palm swells. They provided 2 additional palm swells. The sizes of these are probably going to be small, medium, and large. Yeah, small. We got large. And then the one from factory is going to be medium that's actually installed on the firearm itself. But you get 2 additional ones, a small and a large. So next thing that's in the case just comes with every firearm. You get the cool Sauer sticker. Do not put this on your truck. Put it on your range case. You don't want to be advertising to the general public like, hey, I got a gun. I have multiple guns, because you could end up getting followed to your house. And, you know, if you're not there, maybe you get your stuff robbed. So don't advertise it on your car. Put it on your range case or something like that, or on your gun safe, kind of like how that gun safe is. But yeah, you get a Sauer sticker. Little key, you know, some advice. And their additional manuals, boom, boom. They got SIG Connect. That's a big thing right now. You get discount through their website and the actual Sauer manual right here. So that's a couple items that they provided. And the lock. Every firearm manufacturer sends this. I think it's required by law that every firearm manufacturer requires a lock to be sent in with their firearm. But that's everything that comes in the case. Let's go ahead and talk about the firearm controls. As you can see at the top of the slide, it does come with their X-ray night sights, day and night sights. So cool option out the gate. I mean, every company should be putting day and night sights on their firearms, especially newly added firearms. So thank you, SIG, for that. This is the XMACRO, so it is going to be longer than your standard P365. The slide of this SIG P365 is going to be 6.6 inches. The barrel length on this is 3.1 inch. So it's the same barrel length as the standard P365. Just because it's the X macro, it does not extend the length of the barrel, which I really wanted them to add, and it just didn't. So, but you do have a longer slide, so you have more weight at the top of your handgun, and it is integrated slide comp. So take a look at that. We're not going to talk about the performance of the comp on this video, so stay tuned for the next video when we actually take it out and shoot it. We're going to run either 1,000 rounds through it, 500 rounds through it, and I'm going to let you guys know my overall opinion of how this shoots. But yes, it does come with the integrated slide comp. As you can see at the top right here, it does come optic ready from factory, which is pretty cool because most of SIG's products that are newly added to the California handgun roster come optic ready already. So every other firearm manufacturer should take note and make sure to have all of their guns, when they're added to the California handgun roster or they're making new firearms, make them optic ready. Everyone's running an optic nowadays. Move to the actual grip. The grip is going to be a lot bigger than your standard 365, a lot bigger. So it's going to feel like a subcompact slash compact gun in your hand. So if you have big hands like me, this is going to fit nicely in your hands. Like, it's going to fit very comfortable. And I'm a fan of the grip because, as you guys can see with SIG's, it seems like all of SIG's products are coming out with this performance high undercut right here. So it's nice and polished. You could get higher up on the gun. And like I said in other videos before, when I run my Glock, I usually get the same cut done from a stippler that I'm familiar with. So I always ask the stipple company or the guy that does my stippling, can you give me this undercut? So it's cool that SIG is actually doing this from factory. Awesome. Kudos to them. As you guys can see, it does have the 1913 pick rail. I'm pretty sure you can fit an X300 on here, but I'm going to run a streamlight on this, and that's going to be a future video. I'm going to add a red dot and the light on there. So stay tuned for that video. That's going to be coming after this video. So it's going to be cool seeing the upgrade with the red dot, the weapon light, and actually the holster. So yes, you can fit a light on here. As you come to this side, you're going to see this is your actual physical safety. I'm not a fan of physical safeties, but there's a reason why SIG added this, because it was added to the California handgun roster. So you do have ambi safety controls. As you can see, that's going to be the right-handed side. This is going to be the left-handed side. So if you're a left-handed shooter, there you go. You got a safety on both sides. As you can see right here too, this is going to be your slide catch. So boom, or your slide release. Boom, there you go. As we move down to the trigger, this is going to be their flat face trigger. I will show the trigger pull and the mount, the trigger pull and the reset in this video here in just a bit. But yeah, it's going to be a flat face P365 trigger right here. So take a look at this. I mean, this is what you're getting right out the box. I mean, the only thing you got to do with this is add a red dot, add a light, get a good quality holster, and you're up and running. It's game time. So this is what you get, and these are all the controls on the P365-XMACRO. Let's go ahead and talk about the P365-XMACRO and who is this gun for. I honestly think everyone should have this gun in their rotation of their concealed carry rotation. And what I mean by that, this gun is a subcompact gun. It's very comfortable to carry, and it's very easy to conceal. And if you live in a free state, this gun has a capacity to hold over 21 rounds in this small configuration. It's insane that SIG made something so innovative they can hold that many rounds in this little pea shooter right here. Super awesome. So this gun was introduced to the rest of the states that are not heavily restricted on firearms way before California had the option to. So if you ask just about any person that you know that shoots or owns guns or concealed carries on daily, this is probably in their rotation because the capacity, the length of this gun, and the modularity that the 365 offers. This whole fire control unit can come out, and you can swap out the lower grip, you can swap out the slide, you can swap out just about every piece of this gun, including the trigger. It's insane. So if you want a smaller size, if you want a bigger size, if you want something made out of aluminum, you can swap it out. The aftermarket product line for the 365 is insane. So who is this gun for? This gun is for you. And if you want to conceal carry very comfortable, grab one of these. I've already been concealing it. It is comfortable. There is pros and cons when you conceal a subcompact gun. It is going to be a lot snappier. You have to get used to it. But sometimes, you know, if I wear extra skinny pants like Lucas, then maybe sometimes I just want to run the 365, right? Right now, what my daily use is the Glock 19. It is a lot thicker and a lot bigger than this gun, and I could see this being my new favorite CCW rotation gun. So this is a cool option, and this is who this gun is tailored for. If you're just thinking about buying your first gun, or your second gun, or your third gun, or whatever it is, if you see a standard P365 at your gun shop, and there's the XMACRO sitting right next to it, I 100% recommend getting this one over the standard P365, just because this has the added grip length and the added slide length, and it is very comfortable appendixing this. So this is a good option. Let's go ahead and talk about how this was added to the California handgun roster and what features are added to this gun in order for it to be added to the handgun roster. First thing I want to hit on is the magazine disconnect. So rack it back. There's nothing in the chamber. Empty gun, empty mag. It's off safe. If I want to pull the trigger on this gun, I can do it right now. Boom, trigger pulls. Let me reset this. If I drop the magazine and I want to pull the trigger on this, it will not pull. The safety is not on either. The trigger will not engage at all. The moment I put this magazine in here, boom. That is what I call the magazine disconnect. This is something that's attached to a fire control unit and is easily removable. I am not a lawyer and I do not recommend anything that's illegal, but if this magazine disconnect that is somehow falls out of your gun, it can function as a normal 365 that you would find in another free state. Being that is one thing that's added to this 365 in order for it to be added to the California handgun roster. And if you guys don't know what the California handgun roster, to make it quick, it's basically a list of guns that are available for people that are residents of California, that live in California, that they are allowed to buy, because they say this gun is safe, this gun is not safe, this gun is safe, this gun is not safe. It's a list. We can only buy off that list, and this was added to the list because it has this magazine disconnect. Not only that, it also has this loaded chamber indicator. As you guys can see, this little polished metal right here, that is what you call a loaded chamber indicator. Essentially, if you were to put a loaded magazine in and rack it back and chamber it around, this loaded chamber indicator would protrude up, letting you know that there was a round in the chamber. These two items needed to be added to this 365 in order for it to be available for purchase in the state of California. And not just that, not just because you have the loaded chamber indicator and the magazine disconnect, any gun could be added to the California handgun roster. No, there's a bunch of legal things that the firearm manufacturer actually has to do, and how much money, and they have to pay a certain amount of money for this to be added to the California handgun roster. And I believe some guns have to fall off the roster. So this is a give and take. I mean, this isn't a great addition to the California handgun roster, and it is not as simple as just throwing it on the roster. They continuously battle with the California government to get this added to the roster. So this is why I 100% respect Sig Sauer, and we appreciate you guys for paying the money and adding the technology so these guns can be added to the roster, meaning we could get more guns in the hands of California people. So I just want to say thank you again, Sig, for that, because I mean, a lot of companies are coming out with guns that are being added to the roster, but Sig has been adding the most, and we appreciate you guys. So yes, that is the two functions and two mechanical pieces that are added to this in order for us to buy it in the state of California. Let's go ahead and talk about my final thoughts and opinions on this P365X macro. Remember, again, this is just an unboxing. I'm going to take it out and shoot in the next video, so stay tuned for that. And actually, I might have 2 more videos with this macro. I'm going to add the red dot, and I'm going to add a weapon mounted light and get a holster for it. That's going to be the next video. And the next video after that, we're going to take it out to the range and shoot it. And we're going to talk about my thoughts on how it shoots and the shootability of the 365X macro, but just my general thoughts on the unboxing of the macro. I kind of just want to give it out to SIG because their grip module straight out of the box is super, super comfortable. And I appreciate they added this pick mount so we can add a weapon mounted light and it doesn't have to attach to the trigger guard like some other guns that are available for purchase in California. So that's one thing I want to highlight. Another thing too is the optic cut. So having this optic ready is a super positive, especially nowadays, because everyone is running a red dot and it's just a lot easier to shoot with a red dot on your handgun. So thank you again for that. And just the overall weight and feel of this and the length of the X macro, it feels good in my hand, honestly. I'm gonna get some more rounds down range with it, and I'll give you guys my thoughts on it and any pros or cons or any hiccups that I come across on the macro, and I will let you guys know. I don't hide any of that just because SIG sent this out to me. They didn't pay me for the review, but they said I can keep the X macro, and I'm trying to keep it as transparent as I can for you guys that are here watching so you guys can make the best financial decision when it comes to purchasing any firearms that I review. So yeah, I think, yeah, the grip module is awesome. Trigger's not that bad. Actually, right here where I have you guys, I know some people do want to see the trigger reset and everything. It's going to be kind of hard with the magazine disconnect, but it might have fallen out before you guys watch the next video. But let's go ahead and show you guys the break. Feels like a 5-pound break. Let's get a reset for you guys. It's gonna be hard for that reset just because it has the magazine disconnect in it. But let's show you guys again the break. So you're hitting. There's a little false wall, and then feels like 2 walls, and then the break. Nice clean break. And then this is the reset. Let's see if I could get it without messing it up. This is the reset. Nice audible force reset at that. So cool thing there. Nice flat face trigger. And I've had this gun, let me say, I've had this for about like 2 months now, going on 2 months, I think. And there is no signs of rust anywhere on this. On the iron sights, on the front iron sight, on the slide, on any of the controls, there is no signs of rust. And what I've been seeing in Reddit forums, a lot of people are complaining about rust. There has not been any rust on this, and I just leave it in my safe or I leave it in the case, and there hasn't been any rust on this. So one more thing that I would like to notate with the P365X macro. One more key thing. Pay attention here, guys. When you purchase a 6-hour P36X5 macro and you are in the state of California, just understand you're gonna be running these 10-round magazines, right? But in other states, they have the capacity to run 21 rounds, 17 rounders, all of that, right? So there are magazines in other states that would directly fit in this X macro. Here in California, we have a thing called Freedom Week. Freedom Week was a week where we were able to purchase any magazines, no matter the capacity. We could purchase drums, stick mags, all of that. This firearm was manufactured after that week. So if you get pulled over with a 21 round magazine in your X macro, just know you can't say it was a Freedom Week magazine, because there's no way in hell you had a Freedom Week magazine before this firearm was actually brought to the market. So you can do the old swapperoo if you know what I mean, but just keep that in mind. But if you do happen to purchase this in California and you go to Arizona, you can legally put those 21 round magazines and it would fit in the California P365X macro model. There's nothing blocking it to not accept 21 round magazines or standard capacity magazines. So there's nothing physically blocking it, but legally, there's no Freedom Week magazines in California for the P365. So keep that in mind when purchasing this. I don't think it's a deal breaker because people are going to end up doing what they want no matter what. So yeah, there's a lot of capacity for the magazines on these X Macro, so it's a good option. Other than that, if you guys gain any information or any knowledge in this video on the P365X Macro, if I helped you or influence you in any decision making on purchasing one of these, let me know down here in the comment section. Send this video to a friend that's interested in purchasing a subcompact gun that's super dope like the X Macro. Share it with a buddy. Leave something in the comment section, like the video, all of that. It helps with the algorithm because YouTube and Instagram and Zuckerberg and all those guys have been shadow banning us for a while, and this is just helps get the video out to the algorithm. So keep that in mind. Keep this video in mind when you guys are watching this. Just remember, the next video that I'm going to post is going to be attaching a red dot to this, a weapon light, and a holster. And the video directly after that is actually taking out to the range and running 1,000 rounds through this and giving my full honest opinion on how this gun runs and operates. Other than that, I do want to let everybody know that I do have a YouTube channel membership. So if you're wanting to become a YouTube channel member, you go to my YouTube profile page and it's a button where it says join. Two options when it comes to the membership, the $5 one and the $10 one. What you get with the $5 one is you get access to the group chat. So in that group chat, we talk about super secretive stuff, especially if you live in California. You want to be in that group chat. It gives you all the nice tips and hints and perks and all the places that you need to know in that group chat. Second thing is you get followed back on Instagram. And then the third thing is you get access to all my discount codes that I have with a majority of the companies. So we're talking about friends and family discounts, and we're talking about whatever discount, the highest discount that I could get from a company, you're going to have access to that. On top of that, you guys are entered into a monthly giveaway that I do for members, YouTube channel memberships, and you guys have an option to win that. Right now, there is 15 members, and we just hosted our first giveaway. Super great mystery care package. Awesome. It's gonna be cool for when that person actually gets it. So we're gonna be doing monthly giveaways. What the $10 option includes, it includes all of those, and on top of that, once a month, I'm bringing out a YouTube channel member to either film a video with us or shoot at the range with us, and any ammo that's sponsored to the channel, they're going to have access to shoot all that and be either in the video, plug their business if they're in the video or any of that. They basically see behind the scenes or actually be physically in the video for YouTube. So that's the two memberships. You guys don't want to miss out. It's pretty cool. So if you guys do want to have access to any of that, hit the join button. And once if anyone joins, send me a DM on Instagram, send me an email, CaliCoolGuns@gmail, or at Instagram, which is CaliCoolGuns_. Send me a DM, let me know that you guys joined so I can add you to the group chat and add you to the future giveaways. Do not miss out on that. Other than that, that's enough sponsoring myself and too much promo. Have a good day, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys on the next one.